It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, it's showtime. What's happening, everybody? The Geno Jones Show. Bam! You see the sign behind me. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Now, programming note off the top, off the rim. Catch it off the rim like a rebound. Now, Christmas is Monday, so no live show on Monday this Christmas. No live show the day after Christmas. However, it'll be a live show on Wednesday, that would be the 27th, and Thursday, the 28th. We are still determining whether or not there's going to be a live show on Friday, the 29th. Now, I'll be live tomorrow on Thursday, the 21st, the first day of winter, the shortest day of the year. So the good news is, like after tomorrow, the days will be getting longer. Aren't you excited? Woohoo! So, now, are we going to do a live show on this Friday, December 22nd? TBA, to be announced. We are still making that determination. And since I'm the host and executive producer and it's my media company, I get to make that decision. So stand by. Because I'm live right now. If you watch me here on Wednesday. See, I'm ready. I ain't ready for the weekend. I'm ready for Christmas. Have you got all your Christmas shopping done? Have you sent your Christmas list? Did you write your letter to Santa? Now, I know, it's 2023, so I don't know, are we writing letters? It's still, it's nice. It's nothing like a handwritten letter because that shows that you really took time to write a letter, But I know it's 2023, so maybe, and now only 4 days until Christmas Eve. So it's like really like less than four nights until Santa makes his run. So you want to make sure you get your gifts right. So you might have to text Santa. I don't know his text. I used to know his text number, his cell number, but I'm sure you can find it. So just text Santa the list so you can get your gifts on time. How about that? And hopefully you've been nice and not naughty. We don't want to see any coal in your stockings, right? Right. Okay. As a matter of fact, I got a great gift idea to stuff. Well, I don't know if you can stuff it in a stocking. This gift might be a little too big for a stocking, but it will still make a great Christmas gift. And I'll tell you all about it when I bring my guest on camera. So tonight's show, or today, whenever you're watching today's show, the theme should be Black Woman Magic. Congratulations to Miss Nicki Minaj. Now, her album Pink Friday 2 came out, a couple Fridays ago? I think it debuted at like #1. I know it's doing well. Don't quote me. But I know it's like either at or near the top of the charts. Now, speaking of that album, Pink Friday 2, Nicki Minaj, she made history for herself, right? Right. Oh, something on my lip. So she recorded a gospel song with Tasha Cobb Leonard called Blessings. And now, Nicki has been blessed with her first #1 gospel song. It's called Blessings, like I said. So shout out to Nicki Minaj and shout out to Tasha Cobb Leonard. That's a bad sister. Both of them are. So maybe you can get somebody, Nicki Minaj's new album for Christmas. Yeah. Maybe a nice little stocking, do a download maybe, however. Because, folks are not really buying CDs, which has come back with like my Gen Zers. Albums, vinyl. They like to buy vinyl. Now, I grew up in an era where you bought vinyl, and then we went to CDs, and then digital downloads and thumb drives. But however in whatever format you get that new Nicki Minaj album, Pink Friday 2, if you got a Nicki Minaj fan in your house or in your family or friend, hook them up or hook her up with it. They'll be glad you did. And Nicki, no invoice on this one, free plug. I got you. I just need to see you on the show in 2024. How about that? Now, continuing our theme of Black Women Magic. So, listen, full disclosure, I'm a big Don Lemon fan. I miss him on CNN. I thought he was excellent. I know folks used to try to hate on Don and all that, but I used to love to watch Don Lemon do the CNN New Year's Eve celebration. It was nothing like seeing Don Lemon drunk during the New Year's Eve countdown. So you'll be disappointed if you're looking for a drunk Don Lemon this year. However, Black Women Magic saved the day once again. So CNN is going to have two sisters, two Black women. Ciara Seidner, who is one of their reporters. She's been here for a while. She is really one of the best journalists, period. And Carrie Champion, who used to be on ESPN. For a while, she was the host. Well, she was like the moderator of First Take with Stephen A. Smith when Skip Bayless was doing it with him. And then she left ESPN and doing her thing. I think she's working for the same, well, I know she's working for the same company that Ciara Seidner is. So congratulations. So, support the sisters. If you're not going out, or maybe if you're going out, you can record it, DVR it, and check out Ciara and Carrie. So my question is, ladies, who is going to replace drunk Don Lemon? So which one of y'all is going to be tipsy on camera? New Year's Eve. If nothing else, I'm tuning in to see who's going to be drunk. Might say a little, may slip or say something. Because Don and, because they would have Anderson Cooper and the other dude with Andy Cohen, and then I think Don Lemon would like co-host half of it. He usually would be in New Orleans, and New Orleans is on Central Time. So when it became midnight Central Time, you would see, and there's nothing like seeing a drunk Don Lemon. I'm telling you, if you haven't seen it, try to find it on YouTube. So now I want to bring my guest on, continuing the theme of Black Women Magic. So she's got a brand new book called, it is called Authentic. So it's Authentic Poetry in the Raw. This woman has written over 300 poems. Man, she could be a songwriter. You got some hit records. You might be like Nicki Minaj. You might have one or two hit records, songwriting wise, in some of those poems. So welcoming to the show, because she's got a book signing, a brand new book release. Like I said, it's called Authentic Poetry in the Raw. Let's bring this lovely lady on camera. There she is. All in her winter white. She is color, as John Witherspoon would say, coordinated with the winter white, nice. With the sweater and the tree and the drapes. As a matter of fact, she's going to tell you about that winter white merch that she's wearing, so you can support it. Welcome, Ciara Dove, to the show. Hello, Ciara.
Hi, Geno. Thank you so much for having me. It's funny you mentioned the sweater. It's actually not my merch, but it was a gift that was sent to me today. I wasn't supposed to open it until Christmas, but my best friend forgot to send me a text message this morning saying not to open it, but I did open it. And I was so pleased to open it to find this.
Yes.
Which is Authentic Poetry in the Raw by Ciara Dove. And that is the cover of my book. So I was just thinking, what better place to wear it than here?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Let's shout out your friend, your girlfriend. What's her name?
Yes. Her, Kaylee.
Kaylee.
Actually, Kay McCoy. Let me rephrase that. Okay. It's Kay McCoy. Yes, she got this for me.
How are you doing, Kay? Nice gift. Now, you and Ciara, now this is just me. Kay McCoy, maybe you might talk to your girlfriend and y'all maybe work out some kind of deal, because I see merch. I see merch. I see sweatshirts. I see T-shirts. I see caps. I see varsity jackets.
Bookmarks.
Come on now, all of that. But I see gear. I see all kind of merch. You can have, like, your bookmarks and things related to an actual book. But I also see like the drip part of the merch.
Yeah, I'm definitely working on some branding. So first, this is my first book that's out, Authentic Poetry in the Raw. So first things first, push the book and just zero in on it and make sure I'm doing everything right. And but I'm excited. I'm really excited about it.
Well, congratulations, first of all. So You've written over 300 poems. So,
Yes.
um, what finally inspired you to now? Because if you've written over 300 poems, you you could have had books out a long time ago. So,
You're right.
what facilitated the I don't want to say the transition, or made you say, you know what, man, I got all these poems. I think it would make a great book. What's the story and the inspiration behind the book outside of and are they all your poems, or are they yours and other
Yeah.
authors?
Well, they're actually all mine. My inspiration came from my mother. My mom passed away 5 years ago in November, and but my inspiration and my talent comes from her. I come from a lineage of talented um, people in my family. So my brother Derek Laron, he has an album, Crash Radio. My other brother, Mark, he's Wavy the Wave Maker. He also writes music and sings music. So I do come from a talented family. The Margot Six is what we call ourselves. My mom had 6 children, so but that's we all have our own separate talents. But one of mine is writing, and I've been writing since high school, but I kind of stopped, and then it picked back up in 2006, and just kind of took off from there. I just kept writing and writing, and what clicked for me is I've been holding on to these poems for a really long time. And I would say what clicked with me was um, last year I went to Prince's house. My husband took me on the VIP tour to Prince's house in Minnesota.
Really?
And I bought his book, and yes, Prince.
So,
And I looked at his
tell that
book, and
story, and then tell me what it was like going to Prince's house.
it was amazing. It was inspirational. I cried. Like it was very emotional
Really?
from the beginning to the end, just being there, and yes, being in the presence of that type of talent, and just knowing what he made in each different studio, and how he would sit in a certain aura. It's just it was exciting to be there, and it was just kind of exhilarating. So I'm like, I need to do something. And that gave me more inspiration to put my book out there finally. Because I what I was stuck on was, how am I going to put my book out there, in what order? Because the book, it doesn't have the natural order that you're used to. So in this chapter you'll have all the love poems. In this chapter you'll have the love lost poems, the empowerment. So the great thing about mine is it goes in chronological order. So I would talk about something from 2006, January of 2006, and then tomorrow I may feel like writing again. So it'll be January 2nd, 2006, and so on and so forth. So everything is in chronological order. And also, this is one of many. So Authentic Poetry in the Raw is just book one of the series, Poetry in the Raw.
So, is it
So,
safe to
mhm,
assume, like the title seems self-explanatory, that
yes,
authentic, meaning that these poems came from an authentic place, and in the raw
yes.
means just, I guess, your raw emotion at that
So,
moment?
yeah. So I'm glad you asked that. Authentic meaning they are my feelings, and some other people's feelings, but all my words. So like if I put myself in their shoes, this is how I would feel, or this is how I would think. So all of that is in there, but it's all my words. But the poetry in the raw part is actually showing the poems in its rawest form. So I have my book in front of me, and I'm just going to show you some of the raw forms, which is the actual handwriting.
Wow. I
So
love that.
every book, yeah, so every page has a typed version on the right, and on the left is the actual the raw part where you see where I'm doodling and I'm making scratches. Like, no, I don't like that title. Scratch it, make a new one. And they all have dates on them.
I love that
So
idea. Where did it come from? Did you think about it one night, writing, and you said, you know what, this might be, or did someone else maybe give you the idea? What was the inspiration for that?
So the inspiration, it was a combination of being in Prince's house and just feeling the vibe there, and then leaving there and just kind of getting in my head about it, like, okay, I'm going to do this. I need to figure out how. Why am I beating myself up about this? Is what what I would ask myself. Why not just put it in chronological order? It is the easiest way for me to put my book out there, because I've been holding on to it for so long because I never knew how I wanted to put it out there. And I saw Prince's book, and the person that actually helped Prince write or wrote his autobiography was, they put everything in there that Prince actually wrote. So I thought about that and thought about what I have, and I'm like, thank you, Prince. It clicked. And I kind of feel like, or thank you, the person that actually wrote his book. I just thought about it, like, wait a minute, this is what I can do. This is not a by the book kind of book. And that's what I want my book to be. I want it to be authentic. I want it to be raw. I want people to see what I've put into it, and that you don't have to be so perfect when it comes to writing poetry. Like, it doesn't have to rhyme all the time. Um, Literally, you're just throwing up your emotions on paper, and it doesn't have to go in order. As long as you have that thought and idea to write your emotions and feelings, put it on paper, and then put it in order. Like, that's literally what I do. And when you have the book Authentic Poetry in the Raw, you will see the scratches and the process that I went through, writing first, second, third, and it's in color. That's one thing that people don't know. Before getting the book, it is in color.
I love
So
that.
yeah.
As a kid, I used to love the color. I drove my mother crazy. I had to have the 64 Crayola crayons. Couldn't buy me
I
no
think we
48.
all did.
I had to have all 64 of them.
I think we all did. And I still do,
Yep. And
actually.
remember they had the little sharpener in the back, the big box.
Yeah, those sharpeners were the worst, but we
Yeah, they
used them.
were.
They were the worst.
But I loved it, and you just triggered some really great memories. Cause I used to love the
Yeah.
color. So listen, so you went to Prince's house. You went to Paisley Park, and you talked about how uh, that visit was inspiring and it brought you to
It
tears.
really was.
Now you know songs are
Mhm.
just poems. So have you thought about, or maybe you are, and we didn't talk about it. Are you a
Yeah,
songwriter, or if not, have you thought about becoming a songwriter?
I have not. Um, I am not so I don't know what my limit is. I could write a song possibly.
You
I've
wrote
never
over
tried.
Sierra. You wrote over 300 songs. Don't take my
Yeah.
word for it. Take it from Smokey Robinson. And I heard him say this. I had to give him
Yeah.
credit on an interview. He was saying, um, songs are poems. They're just a story.
Hmm.
So you got a lot of
Yeah.
songs.
I got
Maybe
a
you
lot
didn't
of
think about
stories.
it that way. And
I
another
didn't.
revenue stream, and keep the publishing because the songs can outlive you. So all your lineage, kids and grandkids, they can cash them checks, them royalty checks.
I know it. You're right about that.
So
I'll probably have to talk to my two brothers about that.
are they
And
songwriters or musicians?
they are, yes, songwriters and musicians, definitely.
Do you know if they taken any of your poems, or maybe you wrote them a poem and they turned it into a song? Maybe.
They haven't, at least not yet. I think now once they see this and once they see my book, and yeah, I mean, it might inspire them.
So out of your 300 poems, how many are
Mhm.
in your book?
Oh, so in this book, there's 60.
Okay.
There's 60 of them in this book. And as I mean, every day I wake up, there's new inspiration. I'm just gonna be honest. So it's beyond 300 poems now. There was a time where I kind of stopped, and now I feel the inspiration coming back. Because I'll let you in on a little secret, in which it's no big secret, but everyone knows that a lot of writing comes from emotion. So you have to go through something in order to write about something. So I guess at that time I was going through pain and going through love, loss. I was going through so many different emotions that I just, instead of keeping a diary, I would write them in poem form. And that was the fun part to me. So, but yeah, and it just, whatever moves me, that's what I write about. It could be the silliest thing, like riding the 5 o'clock train. So I used to live in Miami and I used to ride the train to work. So I have a poem titled Don't Ride the 5 o'clock Train. And it tells you the reason why.
I love it. Well,
I mean, it's anything.
You kind of led me to my next question. I was going to ask you, like, what is your creative process? What time of day is best for you? What are like the ideal conditions for your creative process? But a lot of it is, like you said, maybe something you've went through, or maybe somebody something they went through. But you fill us in more on that whole creative process, because some people like writing late at night. They wake up and start writing. Some people may write in the day. So, what's your process?
So my process, I don't have one. If I'm upset about something, then I'll write it down and make sure I remember that feeling. So when I write it down, I'm like, this is what I want to talk about. I'm going to write it, and then I'm going to talk about it later, because I'm going to see that word and remember in my mind, this is the feeling that I was going through at the time. I'm going to write about that. But there's sometimes in the middle of the night where I have this poem in mind and I'm like, I have to write this down. So I keep a little pen and paper at my bedside, and I'll wake up in the middle of the night, turning the light on sneakily for my husband so he doesn't wake up. And I'll turn the light on and I'll jot something down, and I'm like, I'm going to revisit that in the morning.
So, it's funny because I've written, or I should say, I've wrote comedy for like my radio shows, and I write my monologues, and I do stand up. Now, for me, so some of my best material comes like in two places. One may be kind of weird sounding, but it's natural for me. One is a lot of times I'll dream that I'm doing a monologue or doing stand up, literally.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, this is funny. And I will wake up. I keep I got like a little book, looks like a journal, but it's not. And I have Sharpies and stuff. And I'll wake up like you and write. And a lot of times it'll come to me in the shower. Don't ask me why. I don't know something about the water. Ciara, I kid you not. Some of my funniest material comes to me in my shower. I can't explain that, so don't ask me why.
It can happen anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere. It can even happen in, places you want your total privacy, and on the toilet. I'm just going to be honest. I'm just going to be honest. Yeah. But yeah, you're absolutely right.
So I know you got a book signing, but if you don't mind, I would love for you to please, if you like, maybe share one of your poems in your book and just give us a little taste of what to expect, and tell them about where the book signing is going to be this Friday. If you're in the Charleston, South Carolina metro, good luck. But also, I'm sure there's a tour, so you can give us all your tour dates or information where people can go and find out where you're going to be.
There's no tour yet, but I do have a book signing at Damaris Glam Boutique in Northwoods Mall. That is 2150 Northwoods Boulevard. Northwoods Boulevard. Yes. It's right outside of Dillard's in the mall. But I will be there on Friday from 5 to 8. And I'll be there so we can meet, talk, chat, eat a little bit, just little finger foods. And people can shop, last minute shopping, last minute book, Christmas shopping.
Come on now.
3
days until Christmas. Exactly. Come on, get it in. Santa and your elves, come on and get a whole bunch of books
Mhm.
and just give them, as Nelly would say, everybody. Just get everybody a book. Like Oprah would say, you get a book and you get a book and you get a book.
Yes, yes, please come support your local author and you will get a free signature. How about that?
Great. So, if you don't mind, share one of your poems. I'd love to hear
No, it's
one.
fine. Okay, so I'm gonna read from the handwritten side because this is what I'm used
I
to.
like
I'm
that.
used to reading my own
I love
handwriting.
that. I love that idea. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, it's just an idea. So hopefully it's a trend-setting idea. Maybe everyone will show their imperfections in the perfection of writing poetry. So just a thought. But so this one it's in the book. I've never read this one or posted it anywhere. So it's called Dead End Relationship. So it goes like this. Um, I love you, and I know you love me, but you and I both know what we want from each other will never be. You coming home to my sweet angelic face, me anticipating you to eat the food I've prepared, inhaling the sweet aroma of your favorite dish. You love it. It's good, to nothing compared. So tell me what exactly is to come of this, now that it has been a few years. We see that we were meant for each other since the first kiss. I'm confused. I need to know why you still need me near. I've never doubted the love you have for me. Now I start to question. The feelings you express to me, I know I'll someday see. I guess the day will come with our love child from conception. On the other hand, I feel like what you have, I can't compete. I don't want to make things hard for you. Your family is what makes you whole and complete. And I'm just a fly by night that happens to be in love with you. Page 2. Back to the matter at hand. Why am I still here? You say nothing and have no demands. Still confused as to why you still want me near. There are times you make me feel like gold, the way you talk to me and treat me so well. But there are times you can be so cold. I can't do anything to turn things around while you dwell. Dwell on the argument from the night before. Dwell on the past tense. I thought your heart was an open door. Now I dwell while you keep me in suspense. Where has the love gone between you and me? Because you're acting like a child right now. I guess it's dead along with chivalry and fidelity. Call me when you have the time. Let me know if you still want me around.
You got a
And
number
that's
one
dead
hit
end
right there.
relationship.
Now if you can get, I don't know, Ciara, maybe you can get Ciara to sing Ciara's song. I can see her. That it sounds like a woman's anthem. I know she had a song called
Yeah.
Like a Boy that or she
Yeah,
wrote, I think,
she did.
yeah, she did Like a Boy. But that sounds
Hmm.
like a woman's anthem. I'm listening to this.
Yeah.
I'm saying, okay, did
I'm just
Ciara have
saying, it
did,
would be an honor. It
so
would
did
be an
she?
honor for
I'm
sure.
I'm listening to this poem and I'm like, now, how did she meet Damaris, my wife, and were they sitting around drinking wine and Damaris started reminiscing way back in the day? Because that sounds like a conversation I heard a long time ago.
Yeah.
That same,
So the good thing is my poems it relates to everyone. This it is for 17 and older. I am going to add that disclaimer, but everyone can relate.
yeah,
It's just a feeling because everyone's been in a relationship, in a dead end relationship, in a great relationship, and that's just what my book is about. It's you seeing the imperfection in writing poetry, you seeing the process, while also laughing, crying in some of them, and just enjoying, reading the book of someone else's emotions that you can relate to.
yeah, I like that. You could also call it the blank or get off the pot poem.
Or
Cause
that, or
that was
that.
that was the conversation. Look, either you gonna shit or get off this pot, but we doing something. I want an answer tonight.
Yeah, that might get me, just like sex sells, curse words sell too. I'm just saying.
Hey, come on, it's adult, like you said. It's for adults, 17 and over. I mean,
It
and
is. It is.
the title, authentic.
Mhm.
That's an authentic
Authentic.
conversation. Because
Yes.
many of
Yes.
many of us men heard that. Look, dude, you gonna shit or get off the pot. I ain't gonna keep doing this.
Just
I ain't gonna
saying.
just be being your housekeeper and your cook and your what we doing here. See you tricking. I'm having a packing it
You're
down.
having a moment.
Yeah, I am
I'll let
having
you
a
have
moment.
it.
Thank you for that. So Friday, let everybody once again, and let everybody know where they can purchase the book. I know they can. I'm sure digital download, autograph copies,
Yes.
your website. Here's the sales and marketing part of the show. So sell everything,
Yes.
including the soon-to-be merch from Ciara Dove.
Yes, I hope it can be soon to be. You're right. So you can follow me on Facebook, author Ciara Dove. That is Ciara Dove, Dove like the bird. TikTok, author Ciara Dove. I'm on there as well. Follow me on there. Where else? You can purchase the book on Amazon.com, booksamillion.com, barnesandnoble.com. So many different online retailers. And also Kindle. It's also available in the electronic form as well. And my website is ciaradove.com. So CIARADOVE.com. And that is everything.
Yes, and that last poem you heard, soon to be a #1 hit song, possibly we're gonna speak it into existence. In existence,
Yes.
recorded by Ciara. Shit or get off the pot.
The dead end relationship.
Yes, there you go.
That's
From
what it is.
inspired by the book Authentic Poetry,
in
because
the
that's in the raw. That it all fits.
Yes.
That's authentic and in the raw. You can't get any rawer than that. Ciara Dove,
Exactly.
you've got a beautiful spirit and soul. Congratulations. You have a permanent home here on the show. So
Thank you.
I'm making a full attempt to make sure that I stop by and support you and say hi. So everybody come on out.
I would
Once
like
again, if you don't know where Northwoods is, you can Google it. Or if you got Waze or whatever navigation, just type it in.
Exactly.
But give everybody that address again. You see it's right next or across from Dillard's?
It's
Okay.
right outside of Dillard's, Damaris Glam Boutique.
All right.
Suite K812.
That's in North Charleston, South Carolina, not that far from the Charleston International Airport. Ciara Dove,
you're right about
congratulations. Once again,
Thank
authentic.
you so much for having me.
No, thank you for coming on. Authentic poetry in the raw. Purchase, download now. Make a great Christmas gift, or come out in person and meet this beautiful woman with this beautiful spirit and pick up several copies. Buy a case of books. What the heck? And just give them to everybody.
Saying, just go for it.
Go for it. I love it. Thank you,
and I'll
Ciara.
sign each one.
Yes, there you go. Come on now. Come on, y'all. Come on. Listen, thank you so much. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Happy holidays to you and your family.
Merry Christmas.
So so look for me Friday. I'm gonna bring Damaris, my wife, with me. So I want you to read that poem to her, or let her read it, because y'all afterwards y'all may want it going out for drinks and just conversation.
I'm just saying.
Because I'm sure she can be like, oh, I got some more poems. I got some more to tell you.
I'm just saying there must be some more in here that she can probably relate to.
I'm sure she'll tell you, oh, that's just the beginning. Thank you, Ciara.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. That was so much fun.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Beautiful spirit, beautiful soul, beautiful woman. So congratulations to Ciara Dove. So go out and see her Friday. All right. Shout out to everybody watching me live. Groove Master Dre. I see my mother's watching. Hello. Thank you, everybody. God bless each and every one of you. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for watching. And God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. And God bless you, and especially you. So watch me now, Monday through Friday, my normal start times and days, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Now, it's the holiday. Christmas is Monday. No live show on Christmas Day. No live show the day after Christmas, December 26th. I'll be live tomorrow, December 21st, first day of winter, which is going to be the shortest day of the year. Then after that, every day is going to start getting longer and longer and longer. Yay! Now, we are still determining whether or not it's going to be a live show on Friday. TBA, I'll let you know. But next week, live show on Wednesday the 27th and Thursday the 28th at least. We'll give you all the details. All right, everybody. Shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina Metro, KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones, she is the Drip Director, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check her and her collection, the LX.N like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi, underscores, that little dash at the end. LX.NCL underscore. Check out her LX.NCL collection on Instagram and check out her stylings, check out her designs. Future superstar, superstar in the fashion world as a designer. And oh, by the way, she's actually like a supermodel for real. She doesn't like for me to say that. She gets embarrassed, but she is a supermodel and a future superstar designer. I got to get out of here, everybody. Have a great day, afternoon. If you're watching me live, have a great evening. Whenever you're watching me, if you're not watching me live, thank you for watching. I will see you Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Until then, be blessed. Pray for peace. Thanks again to my guest, Ciara Dove. Check out her book, Authentic Poetry in the Raw. And if you are here in the Charleston, South Carolina Metro, this Friday, Northwoods Mall, right on Rivers Avenue, is just, I'd say about maybe 4 miles, maybe not even that, maybe 3.5 miles south of north of the Charleston International Airport. All right, just type in Northwoods Mall. Trust me. Just follow the brothers and sisters going down Rivers Avenue. Ask, where's Northwoods Mall? They'll say, follow me. You'll see it. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.